Hello, everybody, and welcome to the rant. I'm speechless. I'm totally freaking speechless. Yeah, Nebraska won. Yeah, was it pretty? No. Well, is this the team that we're supposed to be, basically stomp a mud hole into? Yeah. Didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. Did we cover the point spread, by the way? Probably not. I don't know where to begin. Let's begin with the offensive line. They look like shit. Again. They looked like shit against Northwestern. They looked like shit against North Dakota. They looked good at times. And other times you just wanted to scream. I was there, man. I was screaming. I was screaming, I was cussing, and I was doing everything. And my two dogs were looking at me like, "No, Master, you're kind of fucked up. And you're nuts." It's just basic. It wasn't the greatest game that I've seen. I don't know how Nebraska survived this game. The first half, we looked like crap. Our offensive line was missing blocks, missing assignments. Our pass protection sucked. Poor Casey Thompson got hit a couple times. He actually ran a couple times too. Wasn't really graceful, but he got the job done. I'll give him that. Not the quickest guy on the team, but yeah, he got the job done. But our offensive line, that's where it begins. They got to just clean this shit up. Start moving people because, good God, yeah, North Dakota had an undersized defensive line and kind of really good. I mean, they were athletic, but yet we could have taken this game over by the third quarter. Our offensive line's huge, but they're not dominating. That's the problem. Our offensive line is not dominating. Sometimes they look like a freaking bunch of high school kids out there. These guys need to get together and figure this shit out, or it's going to be a long season for the Husker football team. Because, like I said, it starts that offensive line on the offensive side of the ball. And if you do well, we get the running game going, which I'll get that in a minute, and you get some pressure off Casey Thompson. Our pass protection needs to be better, or our quarterback, Casey Thompson, is going to be dead by the third or fourth game of the season. It's just they need to figure this shit out and clean this shit up. Because if they don't, like I said, it's going to be a long season. Speaking of which, hello, Mr. Frost. Yes, drunk farmer here. You need to get the running game going again, buddy. Because, that second half, you had the running game going pretty good. We know who the number one guy is now. Anthony Grant. He was amazing today. Even though sometimes the offensive line couldn't block worth of shit, but somehow he found yardage and got yardage. So maybe if you gel the offensive line to get that running game going, you get Anthony Grant going, takes pressure off Casey Thompson. We play sound fundamental football, run a little bit, throw some play action here, and there you go. Maybe I'm just, once again, beating a dead horse. But that's what happens. Our offensive line, it starts there. It needs to, and it will just spread out. They need to fix their shit. Period. Because if they don't, well, it won't be a pretty season. They need to fix a lot of things. Defensive line needs to fix a lot of things. First and foremost with the defense, poor tackling. Jesus. They look like they were just, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what. It was just poor. They go through these drills day after day, and they should have fixed this shit last week after Northwestern, because look at all the poor tackling they did against Northwestern. Granted, they were tired, but there was some poor tackling before all that. They need to wrap up. They need to tackle better. If you're going to be a strong and dominant defense, it's time to tackle, wrap up, and fix this poor tackling bullshit, okay? Because if you don't, teams are going to run you over. Our run defense really sucked, okay? I don't know what to say about the run defense. It's just a combination of a lot of things. First and foremost, like I said, it was poor tackling. But we did some good things on defense, though, okay? We got to the quarterback. We got a turnover. We got a sack. We made the quarterback hurry a few times. He got a couple knockdowns, so that's striving for some progress. I'll give him that. Garrett Nelson, can we just give him played like a beast today. He was all over the place. Garrett Nelson, the kid from Scottsbluff, Nebraska, homegrown boy. I tell you, that kid, he's got his motor. It was motoring today. And he played, and hopefully he does it the rest of the year because, man, he is that damn good. Either he was creating chaos or havoc somewhere, or he was in on a play. He was all over the field, and my hat's off to Garrett Nelson, excuse me, because I tell you, that kid from Scottsbluff, yeah. And I wish our defense could play like him every game too. I think Mr. Garrett Nelson needs to, get that defense. Pump them up, man. Because they need it. And I think he might be the leader of the defense now because, man, he's a little woohoo. So, yeah, and that's what I like about guys like him. They're a little woohoo, and they play their hearts out. Because that guy left everything on the field again this week. Take a lesson to some of you defensive guys. So I think defensively, we need to tackle better. We need to get our assignments better. We need to stop the run, because if we don't stop the run, our defense is just going to get run over the rest of the year. So there's another thing. We need to stop the run. Quit acting like a bunch of high school, junior high kids, or a bunch of high school kids whining. Go out there, play angry every game. For God's sake, please play like Garrett Nelson. Because, Jesus, that kid is leaving his freaking blood, sweat, and tears on that field. It's time to snap out of it. Oh, by the way, O'Shawn Mathis showed up today. Yeah, he created some chaos. It was good to see that. It was good to see O'Shawn showing up and showing some progress and showing some chaos. That's what we need also. Defensive line, we need to fix your shit. I don't know if I left anything out. Special teams, missed a couple field goals. Need to work on that. Need to clean that up. North Dakota, the penalties. Let's talk about the penalties. North Dakota had a couple, fragrant fouls or whatever they're targeting penalties that were never called. Thanks, ref. Really appreciate that. If you see the replay either tonight or tomorrow or whatever, they were targeting penalties, and I don't know what the refs were thinking on that one, but there's some couple poor calls there on their part. Nebraska had 8 penalties, I think, this week. They only had 1 last week, so we need to clean that up again. If we play honest, clean, almost perfect clean football, Nebraska's good. But unfortunately, we had 8 penalties. A couple of them were kind of stupid. Need to clean that up, boys. Jesus. Don't want to go back into that BS. All right. God. But I'll end this with this note. North Dakota did come to play. I'll give them that. My hat's off to them on that. They played for 4th quarter until they finally got worn down by Nebraska. Next up is Georgia Southern. Probably a little bit more athletic than North Dakota. So Nebraska's got to watch out for that. All in all, yes, it was an ugly win. Yes, it's like kissing your sister. That's what kind of a win it was. Yes, can we improve on a lot of things? Yes, we can. We need to. And if we don't, it's just going to be a long freaking season. And I'm still not happy. I am still not happy with it. Even though it was a win, still not happy. We could have done better. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you got a comment about this game, let your frustrations out. Leave it in the comment box below. Oh, what else? You can also share this video with your friends. Go right ahead. I don't care. Till Thursday with my predict show on Georgia Southern Nebraska. I'll see you then. Everyone have a wonderful rest of the Labor Day weekend. And I'll see you Thursday. So long, everyone.